Hello everybody, I've been getting a lot of questions from a lot of my friends and family of how to actually activate your core. Many people don't quite know what they're meant to feel when they're breathing in and out while still maintaining a core activation. Today, I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. We're going to go through a number of different breathing exercises. Our main focus is just explaining to you what you're meant to feel, those sensations, while maintaining a good core tightness. This is something that you can do at home at any time. All you need is a mat and a good attitude. Before we begin, I want to explain to you the importance of having a strong core. Many people tend to struggle with back pain. You'll find that one of the contributing factors may be because you have a weak core. If you practice activating your core and strengthening it, you will find that your day-to-day living experiences are a lot more easier and more enjoyable. And if you are an athlete or a sportsman, you will find that your ability to perform will increase progressively as your core gets stronger. Another thing to remember is that when you're activating your core, you need to make sure that your deeper muscles are also engaged. A lot of people, when they are doing the exercises, they tend to do these exercises and perform them and feel like they're activating, but these are all the more superficial muscles. You got to understand that the tummy is made of many layers with deeper muscles overlaying into others, which contributes to the functionality of how you live, as well as when you're playing sports. We are going to begin lying on our backs. While you're on your back, I want you to place your feet about 1.5 feet away from your glutes. You are then going to make sure that the distance between your ankles and knees is a fist width apart. From here, we're going to place our hands on our hips. I want you to feel those hip bones and just get a nice understanding of the location of where they are in relation to your body and in relation to the floor. I then want you to slowly just place your hands into a triangle position over your pelvis. The bone just below your hands is called your pubic bone. That's the other bone that I want you to get an understanding of where it is in relation to your body as well as the rest of the room around you. These three bones are very important in terms of knowing where to maintain a good pelvic structure. I want you to imagine a triangle forming over these bones. This triangle needs to be in a nice horizontal plane to the floor. We don't want it pointing downwards and we don't want it pointing upwards. We want a nice neutral pelvic position. As you'll see with that pelvic position, there'll be a natural lumbar curve into the back. We are now in a neutral pelvis and neutral spine. From here, I want you to place your hands again just over your hips now. Slightly in front of that hip bone, I want you to feel that soft area. That area is part of your core. I want you to either laugh, cough, or imagine that your little sister or brother is about to hit you in the tummy. Okay, once you've done that, let's have a little cough. Can you feel that activation? If not, try again. And once you have it, I want you to try and keep that activation without actually coughing or laughing. You might take a while to get it because it is a new feeling. Let's have a little cough or a laugh. And once you feel like you have it, I want you to slowly breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Keeping your hands there, I want you to make sure that that activation isn't being lost as you exhale. As you are breathing in, imagine that diaphragm slowly dropping down towards your pelvis. And on the exhale, I want you to imagine that diaphragm slowly moving back up. Let's try that again. Getting that core tight and nice deep breath in and exhale out. And inhale and exhale out. Now, that you have that core activation, you've got the breathing correct, the next thing is to think about that pelvic floor. Often I'll say to my friends and family to try and pretend, if they're trying to activate their pelvic floor, that they're really wanting to go to the bathroom and they can't, so they've got to hold it in as much as they can. So let's suck in that pelvic floor by imagining we're holding in a wee. Now we're activating that core and we are breathing in nicely. And exhale out. And inhale. And exhale. If you can see, as I'm breathing, my ribs are moving out laterally, but they're not flaring. So you need to make sure that you're still taking nice deep breaths while activating, but not lifting as you breathe, but stabilizing and maintaining a good natural lower back curve and natural pelvic position. Let's try again. While we're doing it this time, I want you to make sure that all the cues that I told you are nice and in place and you're keeping a good core activation. Let's take 3 deep breaths and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. As you will feel, if you are getting that core activation, you should actually be getting a little bit tired. I must be honest, I'm feeling quite tired and I haven't even been doing any movements. From here, I want you to progress slightly. If you're feeling up to the challenge, we're going to move into our tabletop position. Please be aware that when moving into a tabletop position, even if your pelvis tilts slightly, you're going to lose that core activation and put pressure onto your back. So it's very important that you maintain that pelvic position through that effective core activation. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, making sure that core is activated, that pelvic floor is sucked in, and slowly lifting that right leg up into tabletop position. As you can see, there's a nice 90-degree angle between my lower leg and my upper leg. And there's another nice 90-degree angle between my upper leg and my tummy. We're going to lift that other leg into tabletop position. And we're going to hold. From here, as I said, making sure that that pelvis isn't tilting like that. If that's happening, it means you're not activated. So we're going to suck in and draw down into that neutral lower spine position as well as that stabilized pelvic position. If you do suffer from any form of back pain, I would recommend that you tilt in a little bit more just to support that back until you're feeling more confident with that core activation. As I said, we're keeping that triangle in a nice horizontal plane, but if you have a little bit of a backache or pain while sitting in this position, then you're going to tuck in and point that triangle a little bit up towards the ceiling, just for now and just for back support. Keeping that position, we're going to take a few deep breaths. As I said, making sure that you're maintaining activation and dropping that diaphragm down towards your pelvis as you're breathing. We're going to take a nice inhale and exhale and inhale. While you're doing it, I want you to close your eyes and imagine that air coming through your nose into your lungs and lifting that rib cage. While that's happening, imagine that diaphragm lowering. And exhale. We're going to hold here for another 3 seconds, sucking in that pelvic floor. And 2 and 1. We're going to progress this exercise. We're going to slowly lower that right leg into a toe tap. When doing it, making sure there's going to be a tendency of your pelvis again to want to tilt up. We don't want that to happen. We want to make sure that that triangle stays nice and horizontal. Before we begin, make sure all our cues are correct. Getting that core, keeping it activated, making sure that it has control over that movement of the pelvis. We're slowly going to tap down and slowly back up. The core is a stabilizing muscle. It's a muscle that isn't meant to be activated through range of motion. It's a muscle that is meant to just maintain good stability for other muscles that will act through range of motion. Learning to activate your core is definitely a process, and it's a challenge that is definitely worth overcoming. I would recommend that you do as much as you can with those breathing exercises before progressing. Once you're feeling strong enough and have a good confidence and understanding of how to activate that core of yours, I challenge you to the 6-week free core strengthening program that we have developed especially for you. It has worked for me, and I know that it will do the same for you if you are consistent and persistent and intentional with how you are activating. Click on the link in the description below to give you access to our free 6-week core strengthening training program. In this program, we give you progressive exercises as you get stronger with a variety of reps and sets to help you improve and become a healthier, stronger individual. If you like this video, be sure to click that like button as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll be getting weekly videos of different types of exercises that will make you a stronger individual and assist you with your daily life activities. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to help you in the next video.